And I believe we are live! Good day, my fellow friends. My name is Raven Marine, aka Thunburn1, and welcome to the Thuncast. Today it is episode 3 of season 2. You know, for the last couple of podcast videos, I actually made the two separate occasions of mistakes mentioning those two episodes of being the same episode 1. So I just want to clarify that it is episode 1 of season 2, and episode 2 of season 2. I really wish I probably had got that right before, because, well, there were no DMs that had symbolized my mistake, but I watched it over and I said, oh my. Now, my fellow friends, today we have a special guest here, and I should know, he's one of my students. Not in Roblox studio-wise, or training-wise, but as a great artist. We'll start off with the basics. He came off as a humble beginnings. Basically joined the IOM community, and he had wonderful talent, but he didn't know how to express it, or much less express it in general. He was a person that honestly wanted to get along with anyone. And though he did. But when I, and many people, was able to see his gifts, I told him, and we all told him, to reach for the stars, and maybe even one day, the higher-ups themselves shall truly see your talents and bring them into light, allowing you to actually become a developer of this game. And when I said that he's been when I've said that he's been in humble beginnings, he has multiple tales to prove it. I give you, the man, the myth himself, Builder Timothy! Builder Timothy, how are you doing today on this fine night, afternoon, or morning?
I'm doing quite fine, thank you, Sunburn, but minus the part that I slipped on my dog's pee and then bit my back.
Oh, we're starting off with a good podcast session. So,
my back ain't feeling too well, but, you know, it'll hold up.
Wait, did that actually happen in IRL? Just asking.
Yeah.
Really? Just now? Or while you were coming back?
I was a bit sleep deprived. I was like, I should get some water. Yeah, last thing you know is that I slipped.
Well, we all don't end up seeing what's on the floor these days, especially when it's dog pee. Like, don't get me wrong, it's like bright yellow.
I would have accepted a banana peel though.
That would be much more funnier and much more entertaining to see. I like going into.
Yes, but less people would believe me.
Less people would believe you indeed. Now, Builder, as the guest today, would you like to give a fair share, or ask anything, or start us off? Let's see what you have in that.
I'll tell you everything that they don't want me to tell you guys. Gilliman is totally gonna become a blueberry. Literally.
Well, that will be expected of. Hey, who was it again? I zoned out a bit.
Gilliman.
Oh, right, Gilliman. Wait, was he going blueberry?
I just made that up though.
Alright, great thing said. So, Builder Timothy, tell me something. Beyond every group that you had, served and made models for, do you have a favorite?
My favorites, the easy answer would be this one, but the one that, got me into modeling the first time, I forgot what's it called. Actually, I'm gonna go look for it for a bit.
Okay.
You can ask me a different question while I'm looking.
Alright, so basically how you started your journey was from another Discord. Was it really challenging to use Blender, especially that being being the one obstacle that allows you to achieve greatness?
I mean, if you put if you put your mindset on it, then you'll be able to learn it quick.
I tell you, my fellow
But
friend.
like,
Oh, go ahead.
okay.
No,
But
you go.
basically, yeah. Alright. But basically, if you put like, let's just say it's your goal to do this, you're obviously gonna do it quick. You don't need like all this extra stuff because, well, I'm pretty sure you think you got it, and sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Turns out mine was 3D modeling, and I was very good at it the first time. Pretty sure the first model I made was a crowbar.
Wow. The ever so first thing that comes to mind in, was it Half-Life fans? The crowbar. Very wise
Yep.
words from you, Builder. Honestly, Builder, I should tell you, it is hard to try to understand to use Builder. Sorry, Blender. I, you see, but I just did.
But about your last question, the group was called Gabe and Friends.
Oh, Gabe and Friends. Interesting. So within this
They
group, so within this
Go on.
group, did you had any teachers that mainly taught you, or
No, I just said like if I could work here, they said sure, go ahead. I showed them like a bit of my work, and they accepted me later on.
fascinating? And along the road, you were able to obtain knowledge that is unaccessible by mere watching YouTube or being explained to you in a short sentence.
Yeah, but I also helped them in a few games, such as a game called Gas Station Deluxe. And then when I started doing Blender projects, I helped them in a game called
Wait a minute. Wait.
let's see.
I'm sorry that I have to cut you off there, but you are one of the makers who made Gas Station Deluxe.
No, it's a different Deluxe gas station.
Oh,
However, for one of their like mostly popular games, it was called France's Revenge. It was a short little horror game that was pretty goofy. If people played Left 4 Dead and played a mod called Gluptastic, they'd be very familiar on what's there.
oh, and you were one
But
of the makers for
yeah, there was also voice acting in the game.
it? I can already imagine how that goes.
What'd you say?
Like, wait, so you were one of the makers of that game?
Yep.
Wow.
It was just called France's Revenge. I'm pretty sure they stopped and like they're working on other projects. The last game I ever worked with them, and I think was called Chiefs of the Wasteland, which was a work in progress game. But then I don't know. He probably canceled it since, he told me to stop working on it. This is where I put like my first gun models and all that because I didn't know how to make guns back then until like I was taught myself a bit more. And the time when Mac first told me about smooth, like, what's it called? Smooth surfaces that can turn on and off.
Wow. Even learning from the legends themselves. Impressive. Being self-taught. I can actually mention you my experience when I was using Roblox Studios. I had no idea how to use Roblox Studios, but in time, I was able to just get a better understanding and to basically self-taught myself everything that has been able to be used in Roblox Studios. And I may not be able to get the full gist of how everything is being able to use, but the learning experience was stunning because it's just like, how could you say, a Discovery Channel but for people who like to play with Legos. I guess you
I mean, it
don't.
usually goes with everyone. You see something, you want to learn it, you don't know how to do it, and something in your mind just says, I need to learn this.
True.
And that's how it goes.
So, beyond all those groups, what made you find yourself here?
Well, I already explained how I got to IOM and how it all started. And for those who didn't watch the last video, here's a quick recap. So, I want to look for an Ultra Kill game. I put Minos Prime, then I found Caldega Prime. Found Beholder. He was funny. I laughed. But then I ended up meeting other people. Then I met Thunburn. Hi, Thunburn.
Hello.
And the rest is just like jokes and all that.
Interesting.
And that's the time when you recommended me to either like try to be a developer, and what do you know? It actually happened.
Yep, indeed. You know, it really took a lot of time just to motivate you to try to make something. Well, no, sorry, no, wait, here we go. Make something of yourself. That's the word I'm looking for. Because you had the talent, you had the gifts. It just needed to be molded just right so you can impress them. Because in the end,
Go on.
because in the end, we just, well, we're just lacking a little bit, and that's just in 40k creators who actually believe in 40k anymore. But the time was crucial. No, not time was crucial. The timing with you. No, I'm messing up my vocabulary. The time that I spent with you, trying to motivate you, and truly trying to mold you into something that you were, and even better, was a fun time of my life. Because in the end, you get to in the end, you became something that barely any people could be able to do inside this group. Somebody who does something for a game. You are no mere trooper. You are no mere space marine. And I know for a fact that you are no mere leader. But what you are is a god.
Is a tech marine on steroids.
Well, you know what? Let's do that. A tech marine on steroids, who simply analyzes the art of weaponry, armor, tanks, vehicles, and many more, with plenty of hinting of weaponry, actually. And with all that, you were able to mold yourself. Not me, by the way. You was able to mold yourself into something that even they could be able to see. And now look at you now, merely working on the future of the IOM community. Honestly, I actually have to ask.
It was something I never really expected, because I remember what Algol said. He told me, like, yeah, I can do all of this. I just need a little bit more time. I obviously knew what he meant by that. He told me, like, yeah, like, my skills aren't up for, like, the task yet, but, like, soon enough I will be, given time. And honestly, it did pay off.
Indeed. But tell me something, Builder. When you basically received the news, how did you feel?
What's it called? You ever get that feeling that you're in a dream?
Yeah, you kind of need to slap yourself.
I quickly felt like that. I'm all like, alright, here's exactly how I felt. I didn't really, like, get surprised or anything. I didn't see it. I'm all like, oh. Wait a minute.
Take your time.
It took me, no, that's exactly what I saw. I'm all like, oh.
Oh, really?
Wait a minute. It took me a while to process what I was reading, and then realizing, holy crap, it's actually happening. My work actually paid off when I modeled that Space Marine, which took me 4 days.
4 days. Mostly that would take
4
people
days.
like
A
more
week
than that.
or so. The torso, alright, if I knew how to make a torso faster, then it would have been 3 days.
True.
But like, I spent an entire day making the torso. It was just difficult.
I can actually
If
vouch
someone
for that.
if someone were to tell me how do you make it, I'm just gonna like give them the entire model and say copy and paste it in the conversation.
Honestly, that's the better way to just give it out. Just give out the information, because absolutely trying to make a torso is difficult, even in Roblox Studios.
What I
when
am
we have
trying
to
to
use-
learn though, is like I'm basically using the same one I made, and I just like keep replicating it until I get the hang of it.
Smart.
It's good for, in case if I need to make a new torso, a new and improved.
So, Builder, with you honestly becoming a developer, you had to make some sort of sacrifice. And I know for a fact that that sacrifice needed to cause your rank. Honestly, how do you feel now that you're able to be making models for the future of the community? Better yet, making every person happy here by just showing us the work that you're making and giving us the models that should have been remodeled for like years ago.
Well, I'm honestly very happy that people liked my work, because if there's one thing that's scary about like being a modeler, is that you make something and you're just hoping like what's it called? You just
People like
hope
it.
people like the things you make. Because whenever I make something that's in the image, like they give me like images, reference images to like, make it exactly like it. Some weapons may not look that good, and it gets me kind of worried, thinking like, are they gonna like it or not?
That is the pressure. That really is the pressure.
Or if I messed up on something but then like, it's already too late. They already implement it. I'm pretty sure there was a weapon I missed a little on.
And which weapon was that?
What was it? Actually, never mind. I think I fixed it at a time when they told me, "Is it ready?" Yeah, never mind. I didn't mess up on any weapon.
Impressive. No mistakes. Well, some mistakes, but you corrected them in due time. Impressive.
The only thing that scares me though is there's this strange glitch that happens to models sometimes where there's like this one face part is just not showing up, and it's just you can see through it. It happens to some models, and sometimes you have to go in a blender again and then like do some complicated stuff to fix it, like delete this, re-add that, and then normally it would be your normals that's a problem, but if it's not this time, then it's a bit complex and all that.
Right.
It is just very annoying to fix, and that's the thing like I'm usually scared of when like I give it to them.
That is true to be
I'm pretty sure Mac understands that too, because he's a 3D modeler in Blender too. Pretty sure he encountered that a few times.
If he's probably watching this broadcast, he can relate. And I mean, he can relate.
Do tell me, Mac. If that ever happened to you, please tell. It's annoying that I have to like go back to Blender, realize that there's a bug, fix it, and then there's another one.
So, honestly, Builder, you came from humble beginnings, basically succeeded afterwards, and now you're doing this. But do you have a question to yourself saying, what's next, or do you already have the answer?
Well, the thing that's next is I'm obviously gonna get real job to fund my hobby. But as for what's next, this is basically like I'm gonna keep working until like I'm think I think I'm ready to like actually work on some games, like actual games, like for a company or a small group, studio, something like that.
So all this time, this was a trial run, by any chance?
Not really. The first trial I got was when I first started Blender. First thing I had to do was make a few models and make them look good. I tried making a gun, but apparently I wasn't ready for that yet. So I made armor and melee weapons, which were, you know, better suited for me until eventually I started making guns. And when I made the guns, that's when I found this game. Well, actually, no. Before I made the guns, I found IOM, and then I made some modeled weapons about guns. And then that's the time when I decided I should give this a go. And I wanted to work on vehicles originally, but they put me in charge of guns.
Hey, that's a
It's not
start.
like I'm mad or anything, but like I was mostly prepared to make vehicles and all that.
Hey, just try to.
Mostly because it was the first thing I made for them. Well, not first thing. The first thing like I showed to them about my capabilities, and that's when Algol said like, "Yeah, you have potential."
Interesting. Interesting. Huh. So that's what's next. Honestly, I don't have no problem with it. You just go chase your dreams. Honestly, we don't expect you to stay around or be around for much. Be around for much. Because in the end, it
Well,
is your
everything. Yeah, everything can't last forever, but you'll know that it's there, and it was great while it was last.
true.
While
True.
it lasted.
True. I plan to at least be here for a while. I want to at least experience for what I lost. And hopefully, I can be able to retrieve it again. Honestly, my hobby is this. I like being part of this community. I like giving people the information, the courage, and better yet, the strength to carry on, become what they want to be, and make themselves into something that they can, something that they can call themselves for, and actually be proud for it in physical term and in reality. It's really just complicated if it's coming out of my mouth, but for what I'm trying to get at and coming to straight to the point, I just want to see people succeed. And it's not like I want to see myself succeed anytime soon. Believe me, you should already know, Builder, I was already done a librarian. A space marine librarian, matter of fact.
Yeah.
So, I already done completed my goal. What's the point of going back? Better yet, what's the point of even trying again? I'll just try to become a leader and truly make myself even better than I was before, and truly help the people who I can be able to. Because before I was a space marine, and give or take, I kinda couldn't been able to talk to much of my allies in via VC, much less give any motivation to anyone back in the day. But I want to try this new, and I want to try this now. And honestly, Builder, I'd wish you the best of luck in your journey. Truly spread the wings. Truly be able to let people know what you're capable of doing. And let others see what you're able to do and give them the inspiration that they would like.
Well, Thumburn, if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't be in this position I'm in.
That is
You were the one who was able to actually get Algol to actually, look at me and all that.
not
Then when,
really.
I finally made the best model in my entire life, which was the Space Marine and their weapons, that's when, Algol went to Mac, and then told Mac to reach out to me, saying like, we have a position for me, and that's making weapons. But what's it called? There was originally supposed to be a second person who was supposed to make the weapons, and forgot his name, but I never really saw him, and nor Mac saw him ever again. I didn't know what happened. Like, I was actually kind of excited. I was actually kind of excited to meet him. Like, I wanted to see his work and all that, how he got here, how he got accomplished. Then, like, to see him like just not at all, and now he's like not making anything. Apparently, I felt a bit bummed out. I wanted to see him and all that.
I don't want to disrespect him or try to make this as funny, but he basically went to the grocery store of 40K and never came back. That's what it feels like. That's what it actually feels like.
But nevertheless, I kind of just wanted to meet him,
True. Wait, why did you want to meet him? Was he actually your hero? Like, your...
No, I just wanted to meet him.
Ah, just wanted to meet him? Alright.
I mean, every developer got to introduce themselves.
That is true. That is true.
I mean, Mac, he already introduced himself and all that. Algol, he's hilarious. Beholder, from what I've heard from Beholder, he was gonna be a chapter master for the Marines. Wanna know why he wasn't though?
Now this is extending far... Wait, before you continue, this is extending beyond territory. Is it okay that you...
I mean, it's not really that personal. It was basically something funny that one of the developers said. I'm pretty sure it was Gungor who said it. He told us like Beholder originally was gonna be the chapter master, but like the problem was he was too kind.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being too kind for trying to be...
Yeah, but like, Thunburn, if you think about it, let's just say there's a guy who's like, in the Space Marines that isn't really doing something like correctly, or he's like, he just breaks some of the rules there. I'm pretty sure Beholder would give him like multiple chances instead of like actually demoting him a bit.
Yep, I've now figured
out.
But
like, I'm pretty sure that was the problem. But like, I'm all like, well, that sounds like typical Beholder. He is really nice.
That is.
And honestly, there's nothing wrong about him about being nice.
True. Now I know.
It just makes things more funnier. And yeah, I've only met him a few times though.
Oh.
Anyways, but there's one thing I gotta ask. Like, what is something you really want to know?
What is something that I would want to know?
Yeah, something like that has to do something with me being a developer now in the game.
Oh, no,
I can't answer everything for obvious reasons.
No, I'm not going to simply ask you anything. Bro, I'm the one... Well, sorry, not to brag or anything, and I'm not really...
Caldego 2 is real. Caldego 2 is real. Caldego 2 is real.
Hey, no. But
anyways.
No. I'm not trying to brag here or anything, but I was the one who was able to at least give you the motivation, the courage, to even go up and try to make something for yourself. And you did. Honestly, I'm not doing this for any reason, just to ask you or get a bit of information from it. No. I did it so I could have helped you have the confidence, so you could become something greater. Not many people has the courage, not much the audacity, to try to make something of themselves, and they keep it locked inside of their little old personal vault in their heads, and they're not able to show that light again because they're so afraid by letting people think of what they think. And honestly, they're right. There are multiple occasions where people don't need to know what other people think, because in the end, they have bad things to say. But you know what overlaps that fact? The fact that you put yourself out there, showed your art, showed something for yourself, and they have, well, the audacity or the right to comment on it. Well, that's something. Because you know what's worse? Being ignored. Not anyone seeing what you're capable of doing, and just completely forgetting about what you wanted to show them. Honestly,
Well,
that's the greater
Thunbird,
pain.
the thing is, they weren't really like while I was making things, they didn't really ignore me. They were just waiting the time when like I actually made something impressive.
Really now? So that was the reason?
Yeah, like basically they're like waiting until like my time is now.
Hmm.
That's what I'm guessing. I never really told them. And that time when you said like what the sacrifices I made, about that, I did had to like stop working for these other games, but like, they understood. They said like it was actually something you were planning for a long time. And they're only gonna call me when like they having trouble 3D modeling something like very hard.
Uh,
So basically I'll rarely be making anything for them unless like, they need it and like basically if they're having trouble making something that I'll be there for them. It's not like I'm just gonna completely abandon them.
w-
But as for the game though, yeah, I had to go back to conscript and all that, and like I don't know, I'm pretty sure I had like one NCO yell at me
hey, it's completely fine.
because he thought I was an actual conscript. This was the time. This was the time like my name wasn't in like the developers board in the game.
Is it though? Is it on the board? Because
Yeah, like press on the. All right, go to like
wait, I
the
can't. I
page
can't
of the
do it. I
game.
can't do it because my thing is on.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, if you go to the game, not like in the game, just at the page where the play button is there.
yeah.
If you
If you
go
go down
scroll
there into
down
the
the description,
description, oh,
yeah,
so
you'll see
that's
the
where.
credits, and I actually pop up.
Is it actually there?
Yeah, my name's there.
Hot damn. Okay. Not.
Just so NCOs or like I don't know, people don't get confused because my friend did not believe me that I became a developer for this game. He used to play this game for a long time, and like he found it hard to believe that I actually work for it now.
Congratulations. Even earning your seat within the round table. You may not have the rank to prove it, but the name is there.
I did. All right. The most thing I've asked. It obviously I didn't ask for admin because I'm not trusted. I'm not. I'm like the least person you should trust with that.
Hmm.
Give me that, and I'll probably screw up your entire game somehow. Just in some random way you wouldn't believe me. Yet it happened. So
Judging,
all I wanted to ask for was a basically something that gives me like more faxes. Like I can be an MT, a Skatari, or Vanguard, whatever.
I guess they haven't reached to
I
that
kind of
point.
wanted to do that. I kind of wanted that just so like I can see my weapons and all that and like actually use them. I don't have it yet. I'm not sure if they're gonna give it to me. Like Mac did say like if it was up to him, he pretty much would have done it already, but like it's up to Algolf to make that choice.
Fair enough.
But right now I'm just gonna like make more models until like, they think I either probably deserve it or I don't know, something else.
Do that, my fellow friend. take your time and try to make them know and see what you're truly capable of doing. And maybe even one
But
day.
in the meantime, they just join the game and like spawn in the weapons for me.
All right.
Wait, it's pretty funny.
Wait, if this probably keeps on going on, you might be able to put in that morph that you wanted, like half Sigatar. I mean, half Neophyte.
Yeah, this is where I did ask them about a morph thing, and that's where the bad news came from. They don't make any custom morphs anymore for like people who work on the game. Because what was that other guy? The guy who was a blood angel and had like custom stuff?
Zachary.
Yeah, Zachary. He was a developer and like surely he wasn't good at that.
Wait.
He wasn't that good at the game.
Wait. What do you mean he was a developer? Is he still not a developer?
Actually, I don't know. Actually,
but,
yeah, I think he is a developer.
Yeah, he still is a developer.
Wait, what the hell am I saying? But like, basically, he made his own stuff and all that. But like, turns out it was a bit too overpowered, and like, they didn't want to do that same problem again. So I completely understand. I did ask them to give me a blue Aquila, and they said like, why? Because last time I made a blue Aquila, everyone just got insanely mad for no reason.
And you just want to repeat that cycle.
It's as if the Chaos God of Corn just went in their damn mind. It's just a random time.
Nah, bro, it's kind of like the lock-in. It's kind of like the lock-in feature where you're saying, "You're seriously not wearing that, aren't you?"
But I did ask for that. Mac did find it a bit funny that it would be probably hilarious if I did that, but like I ended up scratching that off. But yeah, basically no custom things, sadly. Not really a bummer. I can completely understand.
Fair enough. Hey, but build up.
But yeah, I am gonna work. I was absent for a few days or weeks. I don't know. Because you know, real life stuff.
Yeah, I heard.
One that recently happened, and yeah, but I'm gonna get back to it slowly. What I will say though, a weapon is finished, and Mac did ask for it early since you know, it's ready to be implemented and all that stuff. I wasn't given a specific date, and even if I did, I probably won't be able to say it. But what I will say, something's coming, and you're definitely gonna like it.
Well, then we will be expecting it, and we'll be able to use it against the enemies of the Imperium.
I hope so.
Hey, but
yeah, something is coming. Sadly, it's not the third batch of weapons, but it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
Patience,
please. Just don't expose anymore further. You telling
the commissar pistol is not real. It can't hurt you.
But it's technically being pointed at the back of your head as we speak. Is it?
No.
I said that quick no because it is happening.
But anyways, yeah.
Wait, but Bill.
Oh, what's it called? About the tanks and all that. They did send me like the first sneak peek of it before like they ended up releasing it for the public. Honestly, the thing I felt when I saw it, I'm all like, man, if only I could make that.
Hey, just give it time, my fellow friend. Just give it time. Give it time.
But no, it's not gonna happen, unfortunately. The things that they're gonna make me work on is just either weapons or props.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't have a problem as long as I'm able to do things I like there. Honestly, making weapons, it's not that bad. Unlike the time where they said I was apparently cheap. What they meant by that, I mean, like, the price I gave them was very low, and to the point they even, like, pointed it out.
It's very low indeed, and that's... Wait, but why did you
when
put
they
it so
told me
low?
to make the...
Could you tell me why? Is it
Well,
because of
first of
you?
all, I'm very new to this. I can't really I never really taught myself how to give something a good price and all that.
Huh.
It's like putting a house at $1.
Honestly, I really thought that you lowered the price because you like you like this genre. That's what I
Oh, I
thought.
also did it because I like the genre.
Oh,
Don't get me
okay.
wrong, I actually wanted to be here and all that, and I didn't want to be I don't know, some money grabber. I don't want to be some goblin.
And those probably happened in the near history of IOM. Believe me,
Uh, Wait, has
podcast
it?
after podcast after podcast can prove that. Even Algo could say it under his podcast.
Tell
Look,
me which broadcast happened when that happened.
it's pod. It was podcast. You said broadcast. I
Alright.
believe it was Algo, and dang it, you got Beholder in my mind. I already need to try to. I already need
But
to try to.
yeah, I know. But I didn't actually think there were actual money grabbers in the community.
Yeah.
This game. The thing about this game, it's actually really good. I
Oh,
saw no problems. The developers are actually really nice people. Unlike those developers I met years ago. But
oh
yeah,
yeah.
they're pretty
Oh,
chill people, and
wait, build it real
I
quick.
actually wanted to work for this game.
Wait,
Alright, go on.
yeah, Bill, real quick to answer your question. Yeah, after I did the two podcasts with the two main leaders of the IOM, I basically, well, they basically give me a rundown of the entire history of the so and so incidents, so and so incidents. So
Uh
that's how I know.
Unfortunate. Usually that's how groups go. It'll go from time to time with these brick walls in their face for no reason.
True, but continue.
Hmm. I mean, there's not really nothing much. It's basically when I first started making the Space Marine, though, I did show it to Mac, obviously, because I think about a little toddler going up to their dad and say "Dad, Dad, look at this thing I made." It's just I don't know something.
Oh no, don't reference that.
It for some reason reminded me of that. I'm all God, I feel stupid.
Hey,
But
maybe even one.
I feel
Maybe
stupid. I feel childish for thinking about that. But
no. Yeah, it will happen to you one day when you're the dad and you have a son who honestly does that. In
I would
Discord
just go
sense, in
"Dang,
Discord
this is
sense,
how I was."
yes, it'll be
But
just like
yeah.
that, and then you'll learn. Then you'll learn. But Builder, honestly, you really got me thinking. I didn't ask of anything. I honestly
I
just
mean,
wanted to.
did you expect your words to actually bring me here or something?
Oh no! Well, actually, wait. Yes, it's just
How quickly I did it, or just the way how I just got here out of the blue?
not really. Honestly, it was pretty surprising how you came here and you had this talent before. And honestly, you were quite afraid. And typically, you were my second or third achievement third achievement of bringing a person to their inspiration point. There are many people
Oh,
who I did
what
it
was the first
before.
one?
And it was with my actual mentor.
Oh.
Yeah, hi.
Alright, but Thunburn, when I'm done making these batches, two I think, when I'm finished, I will make a surprise for you, and I'm just gonna tell you right off the bat. I am going to model your your Raven.
Really? Wait, my Blood
Yeah.
Raven? I'm.
Not Blood Raven, not Blood Raven. I got it wrong. Sorry.
Wait, what?
Just like your Raven.
Oh,
You know the
you
logo on
mean
your... Yeah, you know the background that you have? The one that's you guys are looking at it right now.
Oh, really?
I want to make that because, well, it's a way to show you thanks. You brought me here, so clearly I should give you something in return.
Honestly, that is really much appreciated, and well, thank you. And Delta, honestly,
Hmm?
I'm just gonna say this, but you really didn't. Well, I say
By the way, I'm gonna put a Kriegsman there. I'm joking.
it's fine. I'm really having a brain as you really.
Yeah, I just want to like remake that background you have. And after that, after I remake it, I'll just give it to you and you can do whatever you want with it.
Honestly, thank you. But even if you didn't, I wouldn't have expected anything in return. I do this just so I can help people out and give them the motivation and courage that they need to pursue on in life. And I like doing it. And honestly,
You see, Thunburn, words can do wonders.
it really does. And honestly, really,
like this time right now.
yes, really, thank you. Thank you, Bilga.
Yeah, but like it's gonna take a while because I'm gonna need to be finished with all the work I have in my hands right now. Like, that one problem I have in real life right now. So yeah, you're gonna need like a little patience.
Don't worry. Patience has been in my blood since I was a Marine. And even if I'm trying to become at least a commissar, much less a Cadian commissar, I know that's impossible, but I still have hopes and dreams for it that shall still be able to carry me on. I will have the patience. And for you, Builder, I wish you the best of luck on your troubles and for whatever you have in the future. Honestly,
You too, Thunburn.
yes, follow your path, my friend. It's what I've always been telling you ever since. You have the gifts, you have the talent, and one day you shall be the teacher, and you'll be able to teach your new batch of students. Honestly, I've already did my time, and even though that's maybe there'll be a time where I will no longer be around or be anywhere.
Who knows? You probably reach to your fullest potential by doing that.
That's true. But I shall finally be able to fulfill a gap that I've lost and still lost a long time ago. Honestly, doing this for many people as I can is enough to give them the motivation, the courage to fight, to die for what they believe in. Whether it be chaos, whether it be a tech priest, or Skitari, I should probably say Skitari, whether it be the Imperium of Man itself. That includes all of you. Reach for the stars, my fellow friends, and you will be able to achieve wonders. Builder, I would like to thank you for the time that you've given us today. You've given us some great details upon everything everything that has made you you. Maybe, if anything, made me me. Honestly, I really do wish you the best of luck on trying to become something even greater. Just know this, Builder. We shall support you, even when you're gone. And even as you complete your goals, you shall truly be able to be something great, much less greater, that we all teach you for.
Thunburn? Isn't it a bit strange we're both, back then we were both down and all that. You lost your Space Marine role. I felt down because, well, I was thinking like, I'm never gonna actually get to my goal.
I remember that.
And now look at us, new goals in mind, rising back up from our graves.
Indeed. Honestly, with me, I kind of just fell upon it just because it was so unexpected. But I didn't want to let my own sadness be your depravity. I wanted you to succeed despite me failing for what I tried to protect. And for you to achieve this is something that was able to give me a smile on my face. Because on the day when you were announced that you were going to be working for the developers, my jaw dropped, my heart skipped a beat, and I had finally shown you your greatness incarnate.
And just like that, we're both gonna go up the ranks. We're gonna show ourselves what we're capable of. Soon enough, everyone would want to be like us. And that's exactly what we want to motivate people for.
Indeed. Indeed.
Honestly, it's better seeing someone else do it than just yourself.
True that, my fellow friend. However, with that being said, we have reached to our point of time where we must end this podcast. Builder, do you have anything to say before we end this glorious podcast?
Honestly, I just want to thank the IOM community. They built me for who I am. You obviously did most of the work. But, like, if it wasn't for this group, I probably wouldn't, reach my fullest potential on what I was capable of. And it was all because of this community. Because of you, the developers, even the new people who join. And honestly, the people who, like the weapons I make, it just brings a smile to me.
Yes.
I just look back and see, like, I did that, did I?
Yes.
Sometimes there's a time where I go like, I did that? Dang, I wish I never did.
Indeed.
But, these things happen.
Alright. Without further ado, wise words from Builder. You all have a wonderful day and enjoy yourself. And truly remember the words that we give you. Remember, dreams are not so easily achievable without that time of strength that needs to be within your blood. And without that, you're technically giving yourself a free pass of saying you're weak. But push through it. Push through the times that you said that you won't be able to do it or won't ever. Push, and you will succeed. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and take care.